how much is being pushed out. Now it just reconnected. All right, welcome back, guys. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. So, but welcome back. But, you know, I mean, you definitely want to be a little precautious, obviously, with the investment and the money that you're, investing. But at the same time, you want to show stability. You want to see growth with stability. That's the concern. And now if you're showing growth and you have, let's say, a bad quarter, but you have, let's say you had a bad quarter and your stocks dropped, let's say 3 to 4%, which is kind of a big deal, really, when you take a look at it like that. I mean, anything even lower than that, you're kind of panicked a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But if the stability is being held, and depending on what's being, outlined for the upcoming next year, or what you're planning on doing for your company, you want to be involved in that. You want to be like, where are we at, or what products are we looking at? How can we, salvage this? You want to be, you want to be inquisitive, and you want to be productive, even as an investor.
Oh yeah.
You want to be, the type of person who's a team player, not like me, because it goes against your best interest. It doesn't give you, it's not towards your best interest to become a dictator or a person who's like, it's all about the profit. It's all, screw everybody else. Fuck them. Who gives a shit about customer service? Who gives a shit? I mean, those are not good things to say. I mean, it's like, that's reason now to panic. I'm like, no. Customers stay, retention's high because of the quality of service. When you have quality of service, my grandfather, he was at, he owned a bar, and he's like, what's the difference between the same guy down the street selling the same products I have, on the shelf? We have the same products. We have similar atmosphere. He's like, what's the big difference between, customers wanting to come to me? Dude, you have to wait, man.
That's not me. That's the Soul guy, dude. That's Soul. I've been watching myself. That's Soul this whole time. Telling you, man, he's hitting like a fucking mech truck.
I was just like pulling up the first combo.
Well, I mean, he started unleashing. He got 2 big ass hits in before he even really initiated the pool. Because that every cast he gets a second one free. Every single cast, dude. That is just disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, he is just shredding shit. Like, I feel like he is definitely outbeating me right now.
But yeah, my grandfather always said he's like, the only difference between me and the guy down the street having the same type of business is the quality of service. He's like, that's it. That's the difference. He's like, if my service starts going downhill, rest assured, he's going to, reap the benefits of my mistakes.
Oh yeah.
He's like, so you can't, at time you have to be a little precarious to, not to overspend on overhead and, these type of things. But you'll also have to understand that when your quality of service goes down, so can how much money, or your retention, how many customers are you retaining, or how many customers are continuing to go to your establishment versus your competitors. And when we're taking a look at these type of demographics on a larger scale, these are relative into the market, how the market trend is associated. And I'm a little worried, that some people don't take the time to evaluate this properly from the investment standpoint. Sure, companies are going to make themselves look good. They're going to take the time to do what they need to do to, reassure the investors that they're making the right decisions. But at any time when you cut 800 jobs, and at any time you have no prominent production, being released within X amount of your window, you should be concerned. You shouldn't be celebrating, saying, yes, our net's high this quarter because. No, you should be like, what's this going to cost us in the long run? All right, now we've just smudged our name. You know, our public isn't looking at us in a prominent way. It's not looking good. Our consumers are now questionable. And if our consumers are questionable about us as a company, what's that say about our products? You know, you can have the best product in the world, right? The best. But if, you know, a company is literally like, right, if a company is like racial or discriminative in any way, do you think anybody's going to support that product, even though it has probably some of the best qualities and features out of any of its competitors? Do you think the people are going to buy in to a bad, public outlook? You have to think about that. You have to think about those things when you make these decisions. You literally have to ask yourself, is it worth, can we afford to compromise our public image? And at the end of the day, I always tell people, to a degree you can make some, because it's never pretty. The real world is not pretty, but you cannot compromise the public's perception. Because when you fire people and then you hire somebody for millions of dollars, you now have an injustification of operations. And that is going to be like, that's costing you as a company for the long run. And I really, really hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong on this. I pray to God in every sense of the being that I'm wrong. Mystic doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Mystic's so full of shit. He has no clue what he's talking about. I pray for that. I honestly pray that I'm wrong. But I'm going to say, if Blizzard in the next 6 months to a year, doesn't have even... they're not going to have business. Don't get me twisted. Blizzard's not going to go out of business. But are they going to be able to produce these similar results in the next 6 months to a year? No. Is their stock going to suffer in the long run? We'll see. But now you got to play cleanup. You better have a very good PR rep. So, anyways, guys, I got to get going. I'm going to let you guys go. I want to thank you, Hop, for giving me your opinion and feedbacks. I'd like to hear your guys' feedbacks and opinions. So, if you have an opinion or a feedback, just post below. If you like the topic of discussion, hit that thumbs up so I know if I should be covering more of this type of discussions. But regardless, I do want to thank everybody for watching. And as always, thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Later, viewers.